Praise God. Hallelujah. Today's work is judgment. We talk about judgment today because in the end all men will be judged. And you must know who is your judge. And in even ordinary court on this earth, when a man sins, there is a prosecutor who prosecutes against him, and there are witnesses who testify against him. But here, we have three people in God's judgment. We have the Father himself, and then the Son, and you, the person. And the judgment starts very simply. And we see that on this earth, witnesses are always, their cases are different, or even they are not being taken seriously. But in the judgment of God, the witness is very powerful, as well as the judge. And the witness is the Father, God, and the judge is Jesus. And then the person to be judged is you. So when we hear about judgment, people believe that we are all going to meet one day and receive the judgment. But that is not true. We shall come to that one, where Jesus says, the good ones will be on his right, who will be known as sheep, and then the bad ones on his left. We shall come to that, but that will be later. So I want to differentiate this from that one. Or this one will come before. As you know, the one who will judge you, he has a title, and the title is Son of Man. He's not going to use the title Son of God. I'm going to use the title Son of Man for judgment, so that he comes in to judge you as a Son of Man. And it will start very well. And all the time we think that we have a courthouse where the judgment will be given or will be heard, or the case will be heard. But you are the courthouse, you a man. You are the courthouse. So how does it happen? It happens this way. When you look at the Bible very well, you will find everything inside the Bible, but it's really difficult to interpret it. So since we have come to interpret it and to make library for God, so that the people will go and then to the library to find out the truth. Because sometimes the Bible will not substantiate. So that when you go to the library, you find the truth. Well, when you come to the Bible, Malachi, for instance, chapter 3, verse 5, when you come there, you see that the Lord spoke over there. And then when he spoke, you will not understand it. You will think it's ordinary scripture which have been given to you. And I wish to quote it for you, Malachi 3:5, where the Lord said, and I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against the false dwellers, and against those that oppress the hirelings and their wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that that them that set or turn aside a stranger or strangers from their right, and fear not me, saith the Lord. So here, the Lord your God says, is coming as a witness to testify against you without wasting the time. So here, the Lord is coming to testify against you. And how does he testify? He does it in this way. When the time comes, he and the Son will enter in you, and they sit on your heart. So your heart is the judgment seat where they sit. So you, a man, you have formed everything for God. But because on this earth, you don't know anything. So God is not interested, or God is not like man working outside what man has done. So he's going to use what he has made himself, because the thing concerns you. So you become the church house, and then the seat is judgment seat is you, your heart, where they sit to judge you. So that you are going to be judged this time, because how the Lord says, I'm a swift witness, come to witness against you, because you are committed sorcery, that you have visited places for spiritual help. Why? He has made you and he has not actually helped you, but you go to his enemy for help. So that is the first sin that God will use against you, sorcery. Then he comes to adulterers. Those who commit the sin of adultery, you are not going to be set free also. And then false witnesses, those who testify, they say things which are not true against their neighbors. And sometimes you say it on this earth, and nobody tells you anything. But the judge is there waiting for you. When the time comes, he judges you. So on this earth, you are allowed to do anything. But when the time comes, your mouth will be shut. There is nothing else you can do. So here, you see that he talk about false witnesses. Then he talk about also people who employ laborers, and when it is time for them to pay them, they refuse. So you think that this sin is a small sin, but God has actually put it down for you, because some rich men are actually doing it. So God is waiting for them. And then other one is when somebody dies, widow, then the family of the deceased, the man, the wife, and they will say, oh, leave the house. Oh, this, we will not give it to you, all this. So God is waiting for them. When the man and the wife live together, and the man dies, and the things they have found, you say, is not for the woman or not for the children, but for the family. So God is coming down with you to say, is that how you are? And the fatherless, there are people, the same thing. When somebody dies, the one who inherits refuses to contribute to that keep of the deceased children. Sometimes he has property, and they will use the property for their own children. So God is waiting for them. And then turning strangers aside from their rights. The stranger coming. As some time ago, Progress Party, Alliance Conference, or that, and then a lot of discrepancies around him, because I myself was involved. And then many people were denied of their property and then being sold to their members. So all these things we people are going to pay for, because a stranger whom you cheated is also a son of God. Because at the end of the day, it was God who gave him life to live. Well, somebody whom God has given him life to live, why do you cheat? And God said, people do this because they do not fear me. Because if you look at this in Ecclesiastes, the whole duty of man is to fear God and keep his commandments. So God has brought it here. The people who do not fear me, they do all these things. They are coming to meet. So here you have seen that these are things which God is going to use against you. So you look at yourself, whether all these things lying down, they affect you, any affect you. If any affects you, then you are not free man. Because you have to purge yourself and then do the right thing and be saved. There's no man who saves. It's very difficult for man to teach you this. But I'm teaching you because the Lord is with me, and then to teach you all these things for you to come to him. And the Bible has already told you something. Particularly Isaiah chapter 33 verse 22. It says, for the Lord is our judge, is our lawgiver, is our king, and he will save us. And truly the Lord is your king, he will save you. God brought him into the world, as you know, John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. I remember he came not to condemn any man, but to work, and became a light for everyone to enjoy the light. But people in darkness who never like the light. They ran away from the light and hid themselves behind the light in darkness, thinking that their evil deeds will not be exposed by the light. But the light is everywhere, whether you hide yourself or you do not hide yourself. As I've already told you, the journey the undertaking is a long one, because Moses' time 40 years. And we are come to do the same thing. And the journey is long, people falling and waking up, and people, some fall, they will not wake up, and some will fall, they will wake up, and some will not fall, they will go straight away, because God is waiting for you. He's waiting for you, so you must be ready to go there or to reach there. So you see how it is. How do we say Jesus is a son of son of man? How Jesus become son of man? Is it because it's Jesus? No, he has the title, and God actually, he has the power to rule, to do everything, and God gave him that power. And we find the answer in Daniel chapter 7 verse 14. So when we come to Daniel 7:14, then you see this and you understand it very well. Daniel 7:14. And there was giving him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His kingdom is an everlasting. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. So here he is a man, son of man. So the son of man has been given the glory, has been given the dominion, which is authority. And the same authority make him a leader, or and then giving him also power. And that is son of man. So as a son of man is not son of man just by name, a son of man by authority, by power. And then also having given him dominion And then the Bible says his dominion shall be forever, and his dominion shall be forever. And then his kingdom, which shall not be destroyed. So that kingdom cannot be destroyed. And all this, and the glory also. So three major things given to him as a son of man. And he has been given the dominion, which is authority. And then also glory and the kingdom. So that makes him a son of man. So as a son of man, with his power, and he is going to judge you, because the time has come for son of man to weigh power. And then we talk about judgment, that we have judges and lawyers among us. What judgment means, and the judgment itself, sometimes somebody asks, it's a sentence sent to people by God for punishment. So a sentence sent by God to people for punishment. So the people to be punished, and that punishment may be from the sentence. So the punishment will be you'll be held, first of all, and be thrown into the dungeon. And if you'll be sent to, you have a rest for your soul. You shall come there later. So you see this, the Son of Man has power. And Jesus himself spoke about himself as the Son of Man. So he said in John 5:22 that the Father judges no man, but all judgments are given to the Son. So the Father himself judges no man, and he has given the judgment to the Son. So here, it is not a small thing. The Son himself has said. Then verse 27, John chapter 5, verse 27, also continues that the Son has been given authority, that he has been given authority. The Son has been given authority to execute judgment because he is Son of Man. So even he has declared there. But sometimes they don't understand who is Son of Man. That's why I have introduced him to you by explanation. So here, the Son doesn't execute, the Father doesn't execute judgment. He has given the power of judgment to the Son. So here, you have seen that the one who is going to judge you is not the Father, but is the Son. So how is he going to judge you? But when you look at 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10, it tells you that you appear before the judgment seat of Christ while you are in the flesh. The things you did in the flesh will make you to appear before the judgment seat of Christ. So here, Christ, who is going to be your judge, the judgment seat we talk about, is your own heart. You come to sit to judge you. But sometimes the things have been said, but they need interpretation. So the prophets have written them, and you need prophets to interpret them. And then we make it so. The time of Moses, the time of others they are not different. The same God is working. So God using this man for this work, and using another man for answer. So that it's our turn to interpret and to understand. We have better chance than their time. because we will have learned from them the mercies they cause. All this we have known them. We don't have to be partakers. We have to dissociate ourselves from them, from their evil deeds and evil works. Now you have to appear before the judgment seat of Christ. All should appear before the judgment seat of Christ. All. Whether you are from continent 10, continent 1, region 1, region 2, region 10, region 5, you are going to appear before him. It will be good if he really, his spirit is with you. I will pull you to him. Otherwise, you lost. You will not get any chance over there. So here, the Son has been made a judge. Already Isaiah wrote that the understanding was not there, and he also spoke. When the understanding is not there, now the understanding has come. And he's a judge going to judge you. And when you look at John 5, the same John chapter 5, verse 30. John 5:30, he has explained it very well. He said, in the case of judgment, what he says, I can of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which has sent me. So interestingly, Jesus said that he doesn't judge by himself. He judges as he hears. So how is he going to hear and to judge? It is here the witness is coming to witness. And when the witness coming, God doesn't want you to call him prosecutor. He wants you to call him a witness. After a prosecutor, you gather information from witnesses or from the people who are at the scene of the incident. But here God himself saw it. So he doesn't need anybody to help him. So he himself coming to tell you what he saw or to work on what he saw. So here Jesus said, I can do nothing by myself. I judge as I hear. So it means that Jesus is going to hear before he judges. And how is he going to hear? And the Lord God says, I'll be a swift witness against you. So here, the witness who is very swift is come to witness what he saw about you. So let's say the Son saw nothing, but the Father saw all. So here, the Father and the Son sitting. So always, the judgment will always three. The Father, the Son, and you. So here, they are not coming to intimidate you or harass you, but they are coming to tell you what you did, whether you are fit to be in the kingdom where they are established. And then if you are not, then you can know better about it. And I want you to know something about the kingdom. So what the kingdom we talk about, could one just say it and enter it? Jesus himself spoke about the kingdom. Let's come to Matthew 25. When you come to Matthew 25, then verse 34. Verse 34, Jesus spoke about the kingdom. And this is what he says about the kingdom. Verse 34. Then he said, Then shall the king say, unto thee on his right hand, those on his right hand, come ye, who have been blessed by God, my Father. He said, inherit the kingdom, prepare for you from the foundation of the world. So here, Jesus telling you to inherit the kingdom, which have been prepared for you from the beginning of the foundation of the world. So here, God has prepared the kingdom already. As the other day I told you that God has folded it. So he just played it and bring it down for man to live on. So as it is, you must know very well. So not everybody is fit to inherit the kingdom. So if somebody is with you and goes away, it means it's not part of it. So the time has come for the people, and then those who don't belong, they have to go. And they are going. They are going. And you will not understand it. But I, who is working, understand it. Really, I don't talk about it. That's why if anybody goes, I don't follow him. I don't call him. Because I have been called, I have been brought for this purpose, to work. And those who are there, they are there. And those who are to go, they are to go. I don't have to talk. I must work. I must work for those who are to inherit the kingdom. I'm not working for those who are going. So when they listen and they want to go, they are hurt, then they go. Whoever remains, I remain with him. Whoever goes, we say bye-bye. You are not part of this. So we prepare people for the kingdom. And how hard it is for men to understand it. Because it is not for us to go and tell the world, this is this, this is this. But it is for us to tell those who come and hear and prepare them for the kingdom. So, yeah, and Jesus used the word. When you look at Matthew 15, 26, 25, 34, he said, those who have been blessed by my Father inherit the kingdom. It means the Father has really chosen you. So the Son will have nothing to do. He cannot be a stumbling block to the choice of God. And you may be true because the Father has chosen you. That's why I say those who are blessed by my Father inherit the kingdom which have been prepared for you from the foundation of the world. So when Adam lost, the kingdom was there, being prepared for man to inherit it later. So you are the people to inherit it, and you must hear the message first. And with the Holy Spirit preparing you, so that you cannot go without you being prepared by the Holy Spirit. That's why we give you teachings, so that you get to understand. And when the time comes, you know where you go, and stop believing those pastors who don't know what they are teaching or preaching, and just people following them with a lot of song singings and all those things, so that everything goes on well. And with this, Jesus has said this. And then how is the judgment? Jesus said, I can of my own self do nothing. I just are here. So here, Jesus is going to wait for the Father to speak before he judges. And this is how he's going to judge. because they use me they judge me as an example. So if you understand me, if you understand the work, it will be easy for you to enter into the kingdom. Because I have been judged, the spirit on me is cleared. So you, if you believe that, that spirit will follow you, will clear you, it will take you straight. And you don't understand. So you will not even mind what I do or what I say. You go. That's why if anybody is sent by God, it doesn't force people. It's only those who have taken the work to be theirs. They are forcing people. But if really God has sent you, you know that the work is up and down. People fall, people rage. And you know that the kingdom is prepared for some people. So if those people are not included, you cannot win them. So I know all this. So that I look at men, I look at people. I'm a woman being like you, but God has chosen me to do this work. And I'm doing very well. We are all human beings, but when the time comes, we shan't be the same. Unless we all go to the same place. If we allow the same anointing taking us to the same place, then it will be good for you. The Bible says by faith, you'll be safe. And you walk by faith, not by sight. So, when Jesus says, I can myself do nothing, I hear before. So here, and God says, I'm a witness. So the witness is to speak first. So when they enter in you, it is God who speaks. He will call you. If we are called Kofi Mensah, then the Lord calls you Kofi Mensah. Then God will speak, not Jesus. He said, Kofi Mensah, you are adulterer. But any of the sins you committed, then you are a murderer. How you murder, they open it for you to see. As soon as he says you are a murderer, the way you kill, something like TV will be put in front of you. And you see how you kill. If you help somebody to kill, it will be revealed for you to see. Then you see it yourself. And when you see it, then here before Jesus will speak. So God speaks once. He doesn't waste time on men. He calls your name, you are a murderer, then they show it to you. And they will not ask you why you murder, because it's too late. The teachings were given, you did not accept. So no one has time for you there. So you are a murderer. Then it is shown to you. When it is shown to you, now that the judge is going to judge, then Jesus says, you are condemned, for it is written, thou shalt not murder. Though when he said, it's written, thou shalt not murder, then two angels will come and pick you. Then they pick you, and then to the dungeon. At the moment, we don't have hell. We have a place called dungeon cells. It's under where God sent me to. Then there will be chained. And nobody in dungeon, nobody is sitting. All people lie because of the height. The whole height is down. And it's darkness, total darkness, that you cannot see the person beside you. And it's a dangerous place, because when you wake up and you find yourself that you cannot even raise yourself, the height is very down. You can't raise yourself. And then you cannot do anything for yourself. You are lying. So here, it is Peter who wrote it small, but God did not want it to be known. So everybody believed that when you die, you are going to heaven, you are going to hell. There is a place first. And where Jesus said, the left will be right, right will be left, we shall discuss it next week. But we finish this one for you to know, to understand that you are going to be judged. We can't run away. You can't run away from that judgment. Who are you? At the moment you think you are somebody. But when the Son, the Father and the Son enter in you, then you see, hey, so somebody can really sit inside me, then it's too late for you. Let's come to 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 17. When you come to 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 17, it has been written here, small, and you will not understand it. Then I say, these are wells without water. It's referring to human beings who are wells without water. And then clouds that are carried with a tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. So that the Lord your God will send you to darkness reserved for judgment. And then it was Peter who wrote it casually. He did not write it for man to understand it. He has just written it. Because whether you understand it or to write it where to understand or not, it is going to happen. So I have to tell you this. So this important message was written by Peter. If Peter wrote nothing at all, he has been able to write this one for you. Now there is a place for you first, where you must go. But when you look at the angels, the same treatment the angels are receiving, you are going to receive it there. But they did not say it. Let's go to where the angels who are bad are kept. That is the same 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 4. Then I wish to read it for you. For if God spare not the angels that sin, but cast them down to hell, and deliver them unto chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment. So yeah, the Lord has put them there, and then for judgment. So angels, sometimes we talk that the Lord has opened his mouth to swallow some spirits. All these spirits who are gone down, they have been reserved for judgment. And then also during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah area, so many of them, they have been kept there. So those in chains, the angels reserved for judgment. So human beings are also in chains. When I went there, I was in chains before I was loose. So that Peter did not write much about it. I just wrote partially. So that the message was given to him partially, not in detail. That yes, it passed, and then so the messages are given for you to write or to say. So it was not given to him fully, but it was given to him just small portion. And he also brought it for you. And you see how it is that you are going to be kept in the dark place, darkest place. So you are a man who have been sentenced to cells, because you are from cell to prison, And that prison itself is the hell. But the hell will come when all the people who have been grouped in the bad place, all of them will be at Jesus left. And there they will be sent to the fire. So here, a person has done wrong, and now he is to be taken to the prison or dungeon. And then, so when the father says, you are an adulterer, then the father will he will not judge you, he will just witness that you are a thief. Then how you stole, they will show it to you. So there is no fight over there, because God is going to use only one of your sins to disqualify you. He's not going by taking so many sins you have committed, only one. Because he doesn't want to save you, or you are not to be saved. Any of your sins he take to disqualify you. Because he knows those who are coming, and he knows those who are not coming. So we are not working for nothing. We are working for God's children to be chosen. So if you are not among, I'll keep quiet. You can be my father, my mother. But what could I do? The one who sent me, he taught me that way. And when you see it that way, do it this way. Well, you cannot do my work for me. So that I cannot force anybody. That is God's work I do not do for him. He does his own work. I'm just a messenger sent to say to give his message. To give the message, and I don't share his work with him. So here, when you really they appear before the judgment seat, then they tell you what you have done. And what you have done, 2 angels will come and pick you and take you to the dungeon. There you'll be kept until the time Jesus comes, and all the evil one will be put on his left hand. You'll be released. You'll be released. And then on the left hand side, there, you know, already from there you are condemned. So you are not supposed to be on the right side. It is like when you are going somewhere, then they say, this is their way. So the way they are passing, this is their way to pass to the fire. This is their way. So this is how it's going to be. So it's not going to be, as people say, a man died, we saw his soul, they are all liars. You can never see the soul. When a man dies now, a man dies. When you look at Ecclesiastes 12:7, when a man dies now, then the spirit goes to God, and the body comes to man, for man to bury. So your role is to bury the dead, and the spirit is to go to God, who is going to either to punish the spirit or to find a place for him or for her. So man is nothing before God. So I wonder when we preach, men do not accept, and they want to accept what is not true, and what will not help them is what they follow. So I cannot force anybody to God that by force this man is gone, I'm forcing. No. It's never so. So it's all good that you are here and you accept. So Jesus, the Father, Jesus said, I can of myself do nothing. I'm here as a judge. So you hear from the Father what the Father will say. So the Father says, Kofi Mensah, you are a murderer. Then the Son also says, the word says, thou shalt not murder. You are murdered, therefore you are condemned. When he say you are condemned, then 2 angels, they don't have time for you. 2 angels come and handcuff you and then take you to the dungeon, waiting for the time Jesus will appear and then take you into the fire. Now, Jesus spoke, we have 2 places. It's not only the dungeon, but the good people also have a place to go. And that is the place of rest. And then Jesus said about it. When you look at Matthew 11, verse 28, Jesus said, come unto me. Come unto me. And then Jesus inviting the people to come unto him. Those who carry loads, and then the loads are heavy for them to carry. They must come and then he will give them rest. So that the load you carry is too heavy. So come and I'll give you rest. Come and then you get rest. So here, when you're on this earth, you are tired. You are come to the world, you are tired, you will need to. Oh, brother, oh, son, you have come, you are tired, rest. Here is your resting place. Rest until the time comes. When the time comes after, we group all you into the kingdom. Then here, he said, talk about the rest. I didn't understand it. And then verse 29, he said something very simple about the rest. That is Matthew 11, verse 29. Jesus said something, which is, he said, take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I'm gentle and humble in heart, and then you find rest for your souls. When we become humble and gentle, you find rest for your souls. So here he's telling you to find rest for your souls from there to heaven. So that you need to go to the rest, and God said, come to my rest. And Moses, they could not reach the rest. The people Moses leading them could not reach the rest. God's anger was with them for 40 years. God was with them and they couldn't reach the rest. And we are reaching the rest. And many of them have already been there by the work we do. As we work, people believe we are just joking. We are not joking. The anointing is going far. It is moving from places to places, bringing people down closer to God. That is why when anybody goes, I do not look for him. Because I'm not come like a pastor who is coming to find people or to prepare to find people myself. But I'm coming so that God, or I have come for God to bring his people and then to prepare them and take them. So if the people come and they go, it means they are not the people he talked to me about. If the people remain and they are the people he talked to me about, then I also know it. Oh, I see. So these are the people you talk about. And these are the people you talk about. I've seen some of them. They are with me all the time. And some of them are gone. It means they are not with you, with me, because they are not for you. So you have now known how you are going to be judged. So the judgment is not going to be open. You are the court yourself. I always tell you that when the Bible talks about house, it means you. They are with the house you have built for me. But we don't give judgment in any other place except in the house. Hall is a house. Courthouse is a house. So here you are. So you are everything for God. You are everything. God has created you to be everything. You are full before God. You are house. You are everything. Everything is found in you. But you do not know that everything is found in you, or everything the Bible speaks about is within you and you yourself. You put your mind so far, going too far. When we talk about this place, your mind is set in London. While you are here, standing in Adenta here, and your mind is in London, thinking that it's London, it is. Why it's in Adenta here? So be careful and fear God and do the right thing. And if you do the right thing, you'll be saved. I've already told you that we have three kinds of people on this earth. One, those for God, whatever happens, they will go. Two, others are 50-50. That will be allowed whether to hear or not to hear. If you hear and you accept, you go. If you reject, you not go. Before others are condemned, whatever happens, you will not look at them at all. So we have three kinds of people. But I cannot look at you and tell you this. But I can tell some people, do this for it's good for you. Some people they have the light. The glory we talk about, that as a son of man, he had that glory. God giving him glory. The three things which have been given to him, including glory. And the glory is shared with you. When the Spirit come upon you, the Spirit come upon you, and then you work with it. And here you glorify God. And we talk about many glorious things. Jesus himself, how he was crucified, dead and buried, and third day God rose him from the dead. Raised him from the dead. You see, he was risen from the dead. You see that is a glorious moment, and his body become glorious body. And then you yourself, you have that glorious body, because the Bible says he is your Lord, and the same Lord is your judge, is your lawgiver, is your king, and he will save you. So that scripture written by Isaiah is great. So he will really save you, because he is a man with glory, and then the glory he shares with you, and that glory has come to you, and that will be a big victory for you. So now it's time for you to know yourself, where you want to go, whether you want to have a rest for your soul, as Jesus has told you. So what saves a man? They were not stressed too much. So Jesus spoke simply over there. It's not too many in the Bible. As others, he spoke, you find rest for your soul. Yeah, and the rest is not too many in the Bible. And he's going to, you are going there. And dungeon is also the same. They are being hidden. And everybody doing what he likes. And then here and there. So today I explain to you why if anybody goes, I don't look for him. Because God who sent me has told me, and I know very well, not everyone loves God. And then he's coming. So if he hears the message and he doesn't like it, he goes. Then it means he doesn't belong to the way. Christ Jesus has said in John 14 verse 6, I am the way. So So you don't belong to the way. If you do not belong to the way, it says I am the way, the truth, and the life. If you don't belong to the way to God, you don't belong to it. It's the way to God. You don't belong to it. Without him, you will never see God. He will take you to the kingdom. So yeah, he does everything for you as a son of man. As I've told you, during the time for judgment is no more son of God, but his title son of man. So the son of man is coming to judge you. He's coming to judge you. And the witness is the Father who says, and then here Malachi wrote it simply, and nobody likes it because it had not been stressed there. And then just like that shifted it. And people believe when you die, you are waiting for everybody to meet, and the whole day they will judge you. So as Mr. Judgement has died, for instance, he will appear before the judgment seat, and where he deserves he goes. So that one day, all of us, if we are going to the same place, we shall meet. If we are not going to the same place, we shall not meet. This is how the whole thing is. People don't know the truth, but they are doing the work. So they cannot tell the people about the truth. We have to work the truth. The truth is Christ himself. And the truth is the Spirit, and the truth is the Word. So we always discuss with you the truth, so that I will be set free. So when you talk about the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of heaven comes in after judgment, where you know where you are going. And you must be very particular about yourself. Don't sell your conscience to man on this earth. Don't follow anybody. Follow your own conscience. In respect of life, follow your conscience. Don't follow anybody. Don't let anyone touch you with money, with any promise. Because you see that when you look at what you read, you look at it, Daniel 7:14. He said the dominion is an everlasting dominion. The dominion is an everlasting dominion. And then we cannot to come will be ended by anyone. And then the kingdom shall not be destroyed. So the kingdom you are going to enter shall never be destroyed. So Christ took all this for you. He took all this threat for you. And then you do not know it. You do not know it. So you as a man, you are standing for everything on this earth. Your good work, your evil work, your here and there, you are going to bear it yourself. I tell you today. So change your mind. 50-50. Stand at the right hand side of Jesus. Don't follow anything. Because if you are going to enter the kingdom, it's a kingdom which shall not be destroyed. At this earth, everything is going to be destroyed. For how long even are you going to live? Let's say 150 years, you'll be judged. Even 200, 500 years you live, you'll be judged. But that kingdom can never be. It's not to be destroyed. So preparation are being made for you. And Jesus said something which is very, very important. He said, to the people. He said, the king. How did he get the king? The king is, he took it from Isaiah 33 verse 22, where he said, the Lord is our king. So he took it there, from there. And he said, the king will say, so he referred to himself as a king. The king will say to the one on my right, the king will say to the right of my right, inherit the kingdom because of your good work. The kingdom which have been established long time, because you are blessed by my Father. So he is the king. So he spoke for himself. Oh, he said, the king will say it. I will not say I will say, but the king will say. So he's referring. So it means Jesus himself, as he was speaking, was being led by the Spirit. So the Spirit leading him, saying, the king would say this. Isaiah, the king will say this. So this is how it is now, yourself. Or do not trust any man, but trust God and believe in the words of Jesus. Only Jesus will save you. But God brought him to save you. He will be your everything. And at the moment, he's not condemning. He has not condemned anybody. He's teaching everyone so that you will hear and will be saved. Because Jesus himself knows it's not good to be condemned. Because if you are condemned, you will not get a good place to go. So when he tells you you are condemned for your evil deeds, there's no one to your rescue. No one to your rescue. And I heard that people say, oh, when a man dies, he cries, his soul cannot go unless we do this, we do this. All lies. When a man dies, God takes the soul. I ordered the devil taking the pictures of the dead and showing to people, for people to come to him, say, we saw the soul. If we do not go to him, the soul will worry us. So the devil wants to finish you. He does all tricks. I remain strong in Jesus. I'll be saved. May God bless you. Amen. And this is the judgment itself. There's no any other judgment like this. So prepare yourself for this. Thank you.